If you want to feed stray dogs so much, why don't you do it in your own home? This is what the Supreme Court has said to petitioners who alleged harassment against them for feeding the community dogs in public places. I don't know if this is a new style of how courts are giving their verdicts. It kind of reminds me of the vegetarian Momo case we covered a few weeks ago. Hey, why don't you just order from veg only restaurants? I feel it's like just a strange way to say what they want to say. Now, joking aside, this is actually a pretty divisive issue. I don't think there is anyone who thinks that stray dogs should not be fed and made to go hungry. But there are people who are not as concerned with the welfare of animals as they are with the welfare of humans. And they are, say, okay with more harm happening to an animal to prevent slightly less harm happening to a human. They value human life more than they value the lives of animals, fundamentally. And that is where I think the disjunct occurs. Because there are actually people in this world, and I don't consider myself one of them. I love dogs, I've loved animals my whole life. But I've been called a dog hater for my belief that we should ban Rottweilers and perhaps in some cases even have them taken away from their owners. Because I think they are dangerous dogs and that they can actually cause damage to human life. And while that dog may suffer from being taken away to some extent and maybe taken away from its family, I'm okay with that suffering instead of the suffering that can be caused by, say, a Rottweiler attacking a 4-month-old baby and unaliving it. But I don't hate animals. I think animal cruelty should be dealt with extreme force by the law. I think people should be put in jail just as they would be put in jail for being cruel to humans. I feel like I've gone on a long ass rant about this Rottweiler thing. So yeah, let's dive into this. NDTV has gone and interviewed some of the public who are both for and against this ruling regarding stray dogs.
First question to you, that you've seen how the Supreme Court has said that the protection will be given, but at the same time common man should not be attacked. How do you see?
एक्चुअली जो स्ट्रीट डॉग्स हैं उसके लिए या तो मतलब एक कॉमन एरिया बनाया जाए जहाँ पे उसके लिए फूड वगैरह का प्रॉपर वो अरेंजमेंट्स हो, और सोसाइटी में भी थोड़ा मैनेजमेंट को रखना चाहिए कि वो कहीं और ना जाए, इधर उधर ना जाए, एक प्रॉपर एरिया हो जिसमें उसके खाने पीने का और साफ़ सफाई का बिल्कुल ध्यान रखा जाए।
मैं ये देखता हूँ कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो आया है उसके हिसाब से आपने जो स्ट्रीट डॉग हैं, अगर आपने उनको फीड कराना है आप उनको घर पे ले आके खिलाओ, या आपने घर जो कुत्ते पाल रखे हैं, डॉग्स पाल रखे हैं, उनको भी घर पे फीड कराओ। लोग उसको भी बाहर ले आके पॉटी भी बाहर कराते हैं, पहला पॉइंट। दूसरा, स्ट्रीट डॉग को फीड कराते हैं जिसकी वजह से फीड करने के चक्कर में डॉग उनके पीछे आते हैं। फिर उसके बाद जो उनको जानते हैं डॉग उनको तो कुछ नहीं कहते, बाकी लोगों को परेशान करते हैं, उनको बाइट करते हैं, और कितने लोगों को, हजारों को बाइट किया है। सबकी कंप्लेंट है, तभी तक सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक बात पहुंची है। लोगों को इतनी नॉलेज नहीं है, एटलीस्ट आप कर रहे हो, इतना प्यार है तो 10 कुत्ते घर में लेके पाल लो ना।
नहीं, अटैक डॉग ऐसे कभी करता ही नहीं है। जब तक तुम उसको तुम दूर से उसको मारोगे, भगाओगे, तभी डॉग अग्रेसिव होता है। डॉग को तो खाना, तुम अगर प्यार से, अगर वो आ रहा है तुम उसको प्यार से हाथ भी फेर दोगे, डॉग कभी काटेगा ही नहीं, कभी नहीं काटेगा डॉग। तो तुम दूर से उसको देख के मारना शुरू कर दोगे तो डॉग तो मारेगा ही। अपनी जान तो हर किसी को प्यारी होती है, इंसान को भी प्यारी होती है, तो डॉग है।
She actually does have a point. I got this message about the Rottweiler thing again. Someone saying that, dude, Rottweilers are totally loving, chill dogs. They've been trained to be aggressive. Conditions have made them aggressive. But they're not innately aggressive. Well, past the point, I don't care what conditions made who what. If they're aggressive now, and they have been trained to be aggressive for generations, now that's bled into their bloodline. And even if you take an individual dog like a stray dog, yes, I know most of them are not hateful dogs. But the fact is that unfortunately people have been cruel to them in the past. And there's a cycle of violence that occurs with these dogs where people have been cruel to them, so they maybe have a fear of some people and they get a sense that this person may be cruel and they may lash out and bite. And they may be very wrong in their assessment of people as well. I have ridden cycles a lot and I have been chased by a lot of dogs. Trust me, you will not feel much sympathy for them when it looks like, they're going to rip your leg off. I know pedestrians who've been attacked by stray dogs. Their videos are playing on the screen throughout this whole interview. How do you think that girl felt when 8 dogs are mauling her? She was just walking on the road listening to music. She was not messing with them or doing that backflip over them like that viral Instagram clip that's going on right now. So, yeah, dogs kuch karte hi nahi is also a bit ridiculous.
अब और फीड किसी के यहाँ करते हैं और पॉटी किसी पड़ोसी के घर पे जाके करते हैं। इसके अलावा जो लोग घर पे भी पालते हैं, अभी आप मॉर्निंग में थोड़ी देर पहले निकल जाइए, सब सड़कों पे होंगे अपने अपने डॉग के साथ, किसी के साथ स्कूप नहीं होगा किसी के पास, और सब फीड डॉग को पॉटी शूशू सड़क पे ही करा रहे होंगे।
100% agree. This is a big issue with dogs. This is not even about stray dogs. But in general, yeah, there's poop all over the roads, and this is about the not in my backyard attitude. Why do you let your dog walk the street and let it poop over there and bring it back in. Let it poop in your house. So, yes, I'm being a bit facetious when I say bring all your dogs in, but there is a not in my backyard attitude when it comes to a lot of Indians. We want to do good, but not if it makes my place a little messy. Easy to set the food out there for a dog, a bunch of rice and a piece of paper. But then you leave right after that. What happens to that leftover rice and the piece of paper that is now trash on our streets? And you have gone home doing good. I want to talk about this story along with a story that's more central to Mumbai, which is the banning of our Kabutar Khanas. These are places where people for years and decades have congregated to feed pigeons. How beautiful, how lovely, how causing respiratory diseases due to feathers and pigeon shit. People are out of their minds sometimes. There's a protest going on to prevent the banning of these Kabutar Khanas. And I am all for criticizing the BMC. Please go look at all the videos we make criticizing the BMC. But this is one thing which they're doing as what appears to be a genuine public health concern. Hey, people are getting respiratory diseases because there are a lot of pigeon feathers and pigeon crap and poop lying all over the place. And if we stop feeding these pigeons here, less people will fall sick, less humans will fall sick. There's a protest going on now to peacefully feed these pigeons. This is especially odd because this is one of those things the BMC is doing that I can't imagine how they are privately profiteering of this. Is this some big conspiracy to attack the bird feed market? And they're going to make money in stocks because stocks of bird feed products, they're just doing this because people are falling sick. I can't imagine. You know what they're doing with the space of the Kabutar Khanas? They're building traffic islands, places where pedestrians can safely stand in the midst of our 12-way traffic that we have in this city. Yeah, it's a safety measure for people, and yeah, they can't make any money off it because people are just standing there. They're not going to do some government contract greed, build some stuff there. If they do, then maybe I'll change my argument about why they're doing it. But as of now, it doesn't feel like that. When people report sort of against this movement, they're like, the BMC official went in a closed room meeting with a few residents or few stakeholders or few citizens and made their decision based on that. And if they listened to their citizenry and responded to what most of the people want, I think that's their job. If most people want to get rid of these Kabutar Khanas because of increasing respiratory illness, that is how the BMC should be responding to the problem. I'm sure if more people got in a closed room with them than wanted it, they would have done it the other way, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So before you make it seem like everything the BMC does is a big issue, just take a look at what they are actually doing and try to see, does this seem like something a body that is concerned with our public health and safety should do? If yes, then sometimes just be okay with it and then maybe see into how they're implementing it. Hey, if you like this clip and you want to see more content like this, or you want to see our longer form episodes, please click on this link which will take you to our channel, or click on this link which will take you to another short video like this one.